Today, I need to confess to you, I like luxury. Not hype, not fast fashion, luxury. I love things that are well made, timeless, and intentional. And there is one piece that means more than anything to me, and it's my watch. It's my Cartier watch. I thought about buying it for a very long time, years actually. It wasn't an impulsive decision. It wasn't about flexing. It was about appreciation. It was about treating myself. It was about proving to myself that I can also do it. And finally, when I had some extra money, I decided to get it. And in that moment, I felt good about it. I felt confident. And to this day, it is my favorite piece. But what's interesting is why I love it so much and what it taught me about luxury and money. And today, that is exactly what I want to share with you. I want to prove you that luxury is not about owning as many items as possible, or is not about how expensive the items are. It's about intention. It's about knowing what you want. At the end, I will explain how I, corporate girl who works from 9 to 6, budget my own personal finances, and how I can make room for those luxury items that I really want and I really like without feeling broke. And most importantly, how you can apply those same principles, no matter what your salary is, to your personal finance journey, to make your personal finance situation better, to improve it. Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My channel is really growing by days, which is an indication to me that you are really enjoying the content that I'm making, and thank you so much for supporting me in this journey. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Amina. Here on this channel we talk about personal finance, budgeting, and all the other important topics in life, and I hope you stick around. And today's topic of discussion is luxury, and essentially how to budget your personal finances in a way to make sure that you make room for something that is important to you. Me personally, when I think about luxury, I don't think about showing off. I think about its meaning. For me, luxury has always been tied to a feeling, the progress that I have made. It's the sense that you reached a point in your life where you can finally afford something that at once seemed impossible to you. When I bought my watch, it wasn't about wanting to look successful. It was about acknowledging how far I had come. It wasn't just a watch for me. It was a symbol of patience, of years working, saving, saying no to things that I didn't need for something that I had been thinking about for years. And it was proof to me that discipline does pay off. Every time I wear it, I'm reminded of that version of me who wanted it for so long. And that's exactly what it makes special. Luxury to me does not mean excess. It doesn't mean waste or ego. For me, it means appreciation. Appreciation for quality, craftsmanship, and longevity. And this is exactly why, by the way, I'm not a fan of fast fashion, and I talk about it in other videos. Fast fashion feels disposable, both in emotion and design. You buy something trendy today, you wear it once, you don't like it, you throw it out, or it's just clutter in your wardrobe. This item has no meaning to you. But when you invest in something that's well made, something you are emotionally attached to, something you're emotionally invested in for weeks, for months, for years, something that holds its beauty, its story, its time, you build a different kind of relationship with it. And it's not about chasing the next thing anymore. It's about holding on onto the things that matter to you, holding on to the things that bring the most value to you. And essentially, that is the psychology of why I love luxury and my watch. It's not about wanting more. It's about valuing less. It's about valuing less but better. It's about being content with less. It's about knowing exactly what you want. And finally, it's about setting a goal for yourself and achieving it. Now, when talking about luxury, I cannot skip the topic of money. Loving luxury and managing money are completely two different skill sets. If you don't understand the difference and if you don't manage these two well, the love for luxury can eat your money the fastest. You will not even notice it. A lot of people chase luxury to look successful. A lot of people chase luxury to show off. A lot of people chase luxury for different reasons that, in my opinion, some of them are very wrong. They buy the car, they buy the watch, they buy the designer clothes before they build the foundation that can support that lifestyle. They start living beyond their means, and soon enough they realize that their stuff is owning them rather than them owning the luxury. They're not building wealth, they're building appearances. Let's be honest, it's easy to romanticize luxury life. Luxury cars, luxury watches, everything, you name it. You see someone driving a G-Wagon or a Porsche and you think that's success, but you're not the only one. We all think that way. Don't get me wrong, me personally, I really like Porsche. I love Porsche. The idea of me owning a Porsche at some point in my life, it's still in the back of my head. I'm thinking maybe in my late 30s, but right now I cannot maintain Porsche lifestyle. I'm 28 years old. I have other priorities to fulfill before I get a Porsche to enjoy the car. And cars are very specific items to talk about when it comes to luxury topic of discussion. When talking about luxury cars, most people decide not to speak about how getting a luxury car can make you broke, even if you're making very good money. And because it's not just about the purchase price can be very attractive, but what about its maintenance? What about its insurance and all the other added costs that come with the car? Maintaining a luxury car can be more expensive than the price of itself. What about depreciation? I learned the concept of depreciation in my accounting degree, and I think it's very important for everyone to understand what a depreciation is. A depreciation, when an asset loses its value. What does it mean? You get a car today, tomorrow it already lost a value. You're losing money because it's depreciating. So you will never be able to sell a luxury car for the same price as you buy it. Never. And moreover, luxury cars depreciate at a higher rate than other cars, than cheaper cars. That is exactly why I'm saying that I cannot afford right now maintaining a luxury car. At 28, I cannot afford to make such a decision to get a luxury car. By the way, if you enjoy this type of content, please let me know down below, or comment or subscribe. Just somehow let me know that you're enjoying it. And if you want to see a specific topic about personal finance or about something else, also let me know. I've seen people spend half of their salaries maintaining their cars. I've seen people that cannot afford to pay rent anymore. I've seen people who cannot afford food anymore. And to me, this is not luxury. This is anxiety wrapped in leather seats. For me personally, I made a rule. If I'm not comfortable buying something, even if I really, really want it, even if I thought about it for the very long time, I'm not gonna go for it. Because peace to me, it's more important. Peace to me is more luxurious than having a luxury car, than owning some other luxury piece or item. I analyze my budget, I analyze my savings. I make sure that this decision that I'm making now, it's not gonna harm my future. When I bought my watch, it didn't make me broke. It didn't put me in debt. I was ready for it. It was a conscious decision. It was an intentional decision to get it. And I'm enjoying it on a daily basis. I do not regret it. I saved slowly. I ensured all my bills are covered. I ensured my investments are covered, and then I rewarded myself. and that's the beauty of it. But the reason why you're here today is probably to see how I can afford it and how I manage my personal finances to make sure that I can afford and reward myself with luxury items from time to time is how I manage my personal finances. First things first, you need to define what's important to you. You need to define what a luxury is for you, because it can be very different from me. For me, if that watch was very important, maybe you don't care about a watch. Maybe you want something else. So define what it is that you want. When you define what this luxury is for you, when you define what is important for you, you will stop chasing other things that you don't care about, that have zero meaning to you. Set it as a goal and stick to it. Once you understand what really matters to you, once you answer this question for yourself, you will stop chasing other things that have zero meaning to you, because you have a goal that you want to stick to it and finally reach it. The second point to follow religiously is the peace test rule. Before any purchase, ask yourself if this will give you peace afterwards. If the answer is no, you shouldn't go for it. Why can it be no? It's taking all your savings, it's taking all your budgets. This shouldn't be the case. Luxury should never come from anxiety or guilt feelings or emotions. You will definitely start regretting purchasing it, and you might have difficulties of reselling it. So unless you are 100% sure that this item and this decision is the decision that you can take right now financially, only in that case you can absolutely do it. The third point is the 70-20-10 rule. I'm sure you've heard it many times. It's a very popular rule and it works for me very well. I really like this rule because you can distribute your money, no matter how much you're earning, into segments. So what does 70-20-10 rule stand for? So 70% of your salary should go into your basic needs coverage, rent, food, and some savings as well, because that's a basic need. The 20% goes usually to the investments, and the 10% goes to your wants, not needs. So my 10%, depending on the situation, depending on what I want next, it might be a travel, it might be a luxury good. The goal can be different, but essentially I have this 10% that is dedicated to my wants. This way I feel that I'm not working for nothing. It gives me confidence, it gives me peace that I'm working and I can reward myself. This gives me balance. If your priorities are different, for example, you don't like to travel or you don't like to indulging into luxury stuff, that 10% can go directly into your investments. So what happens is you will have 70% for your basic needs and 30% for your investments. That's even better for your long term. That's even better for your long-term life. So, but I choose to set aside this 10% because this keeps me grounded. This reminds me why I work hard, and this is the balance for me.
And the last rule that I want to talk about that I follow and is very important is the delay rule. Do not rush. I usually take as much time as I need to be convinced about a certain item that I want to buy, especially if it's luxurious item, because it's expensive. If it needs weeks, if it needs months, maybe years, just like it was with my watch, I take as much time as I need. I want to be convinced that this item, this specific item, is what I want. I want to be convinced that my money will be well spent, going to be a quality expenditure. So whenever you have an idea of wanting to buy a luxury item, do not rush into it. Think about, plan it, analyze your budget, and make sure that you are convinced with it. And remember, luxury should not be rushed. It should be earned. As I approach the end of the video, I want to remind that luxury is not about excess. Luxury is not about chasing or wanting to be successful. Luxury is about intentionality. It's about appreciation and balance. When you spend consciously, when you reward yourself responsibly, luxury becomes more than just a materialistic thing. It becomes a reflection of discipline, patience, and values, a reflection of your values. You become proud of things that you achieved. And if there is one thing that you took away from this video today, hope is the intention to decide what really matters to you and what you want, plan for it, wait for it, and earn it. Because that's the kind of luxury that never loses its value. That's the kind of luxury that you're always reminded of how far you have come. And when you live that way, intentionally, balanced, and appreciative, this is not just luxury. This is wealth. This is real freedom. And this is confidence. So that's it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!